Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shaima Mumtazah binti Ahmad Ilmi, registration number 20B2526.
Hello, I'm Norina Beha binti Haji Tal'ah with registration number 20B8054.
Hi, my name is Siti Nur Khairia binti Haziliman with registration number 20B8078.
Hello, and I am Nurfara Afrina alias Nurbatrishia binti Nur Arifin, and my registration number is 2OB8534.
And our group will be presenting on our report on unemployment in Brunei among youth.
This presentation contains introduction, literature review, methods of collecting data, finding, discussion, lastly conclusions along with the recommendation. Introduction. Unemployment is one of the most crucial issues in Brunei's economy today. It is not only affecting the country's economy but also the youth. Youth unemployment has continued to be a growing concern due to a various impact it may pose today and in the future. So, our report is to determine what is the main issues that the youth face that cause the unemployment tend to happen in Brunei view. As for our hypothesis, the youth being selective in their job search may not be the only entire reason for unemployment to occur. This research, however, focused on UBD undergraduate students rather than a study among all university students. As for the literature review, according to research conducted by Research on Cork among unemployment graduate students, one of the major reasons for being unemployed stated for a long time is limited job opportunities. As the country has solely been dependent on the oil and gas sector, the economy has failed to develop other industry. This has led to inability to create enough jobs for its increasing labor force. Second point, being employed in the government sector gives them assurance of their job security with a higher income. As stated by Fatima Wati and Rosaili, mentioned them counting on government sector that had led them to being choosy of which sector to work at. This growing mindset will only result in limited graduates to work under the private sector or other sectors. Lastly, it is due to limited job opportunities, which give the youth little chance to enter the workforce. These had also agreed to local being picky when it comes to job opportunities, which leads to foreigners taking all the jobs, allow the young to take over with the fresh ideas and the elderly to rest. That concludes the last point.
Thank you, Shaima. Next, I will be talking about the methodology, which is the method of collecting the data. Firstly, we use a questionnaire method to collect demographic and quantitative data for this research. Questionnaire is made on a web-based application known as Google Form. By doing questionnaire as our method of data collection, data collected will be reliable and consistent. This is also the best option for multiple respondents. Our survey main focus was on how the current rising unemployment issues affect Brunei economic situation and the youth. There were 3 sections discussed where we talk about how local youth have difficulties in finding a job, and how far do people agree that influx of foreigners can lead to rise in unemployment. We also discussed initiatives done by the government in order to assist unemployment. There were a total of 12 questions, where the first 3 questions were asking about demographic data. Meanwhile, 4 to 12 questions are on agreeability scales. We distributed the survey to undergraduate UBD students from 7 different faculties. We successfully received 88 responses in total from Google Form. Next, I will pass this to Kairia to talk about the findings.
Thank you, Nurun. Next, I will be covering the findings of our report. In Figure 1, it displays the number of students according to the high unemployment rate in Brunei. Out of 88 students, 79 students strongly agreed that Brunei has a high unemployment rate. In Figure 2, it presents the students' familiarization whether the majority of unemployment in Brunei is from the youth. Although 72 respondents claimed that most of the unemployed workers are from the young generations. While in Figure 3, it shows that students' agreement of being picky has become the main causes of unemployment in Brunei. In Figure 4, presents the possible causes of unemployment in Brunei. Lastly, in Figure 5, it illustrates the students' opinions whether the government are assisting the young generations who are unemployed. Next, I'll be talking about the discussion on why is it challenging for most local youth to find work, resulting in unemployment. During our research, we discovered some potential reasons for why the majority of locals are experiencing difficulties applying for jobs. Given the fact that most occupations require experience, some people are still looking for work, and those who lack experience are unlikely to get hired. Education is necessary to some extent, but it is not necessarily required for certain jobs. The issues that young people confront about education is that they are either overqualified or underqualified for specific employment.
So, for the continuation of our discussion, is it true that the influx of foreigners workers might lead to rise in unemployment? The majority of our respondents, they agree the presence of foreigners result in increase in unemployment in Brunei. Foreign expertise was brought in the capital-intensive and highly specialized in oil and gas industries, while an unskilled labor, immigrant labor from our neighboring countries, fill in the job in other sectors of the economy. This indicates that more foreigners workers are being hired, reducing the chance of local getting the job. Next, what are the actions taken by the government to assist unemployed young people? The government has made countless efforts in order to help unemployment by establishing job centers and R&D programs. However, with this establishment, the government is still unable to cope with the unemployment issues. Hence, the government can only promote entrepreneurship as another way to tackle unemployment. Lastly, for the conclusion and recommendation, the main objective of this survey was overview to determine what is the main issue that the youth face which causes unemployment tends to happen in Brunei. The finding reveals that the reason for youth unemployment are not only because of they are just being picky, but also because of other factors such as lack of opportunities in Brunei. By that, majority had agrees the immigrant of foreigners into Brunei has resulted in high unemployment among the locals. Meanwhile, for the recommendation, further research should be undertaken with a larger sample, not only just UBD undergraduates, but also undergraduates and graduate students from all Brunei institutions.
So that's all from our group. Thank you for listening and stay safe.